This week, we're talking about...
The dog days are over.
What?
The dog days. Remember the dog days? They're done. They're over.
What are you talking about?
Florence and the Machine.
No.
This is a biography.
No, it's
about
not.
the dog days being over.
It's not.
So grab your drink.
Nope.
Turn up your headphones.
Nope.
Because
No.
the dog days are over.
Nope. And now we're on some sort of a list.
No.
Anyway, it's the Monster of Florence. It's a serial killer who killed 14 people between 1974 and 1985 in Florence, Italy.
Where are the dogs?
Listener discretion is always advised. All aboard the midnight train. Hello, passengers, and welcome to the Midnight Train, where we bring the dark to light, or at least attempt to. We make fun of and joke about creepy stuff while bringing you as much information on each topic as possible. Yes, we are a comedy podcast, and stuff can get pretty dark. So if you're not into that, listen, no hard feelings, but give it a chance. Give it a go. You just might find your new second favorite podcast. Just saying, you might. But if not, listen, it's completely cool. You can just, go listen to something else. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just kidding. Anyway, my name is Jonathan Sayer. I am your host, and with me are my co-hosts, of course, Logan Sayer and Jeff Butchko.
Heyo. Can we harmonize that? Heyo.
That's the same note.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to harmonize. He's your son. What are you doing with him?
I don't know.
Hello. Okay.
That's good. Now I got Lionel Richie in my fucking head now.
Oh, yeah.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
Who did Lionel Richie used to be part of? What band?
Ooh.
Jackson 5.
No.
His last name's Richie.
That's a surname.
The Four Jacksons and Richie.
It's Richie Rich and the Jackson 5.
Right.
No, that's not.
That would be
works.
the Commodores.
It's the Commodores, yes.
Like 64?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they came out in 64?
No.
Dude, that'd be hilarious if they did.
That would be.
Oh my God, I kind of want to look that up right now. So listen, our Patreon bonus for this week will be kind of in addition to this today's episode. We're going to be talking about the possible link between the Zodiac Killer and the Monster of Florence.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, he portrayed him, yes.
He is the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, that's not real life, right?
What?
Those are movies.
Since when?
We'll talk later. So sign up to our Patreon to hear our thoughts on that and, find out kind of what the link is, if there is a link, if it's been debunked and so on and so forth. So make sure you do that. Patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. Right. All right. So listen, we're going to save the rest of the business until the end. And by the way, I do want to talk about a new sponsor we got coming up. So let's just turn down the lights, adjust our seats, grab a drink, and let's get serial killery, I guess, right?
Okay.
Is that right? But first, here's a toast to all you beautiful some bitches.
Everybody should take their pants off and dance in their underwear by this plastic. Not here, people listening. Oh, sorry. Put my pants back on. Yeah, put your pants back on.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hold you.
I go home.
Question.
Yes.
How much royalty do we pay Chainsaw for every time we hit that button?
Oh, he gets like at least 0.00000 nothing every time we press that button.
Perfect. You hear that, Chainsaw?
We love you, buddy.
We owe you nothing.
Which, by the way, I started drinking. I was introduced to, what is it called? It's this
Life water.
It's like that, but it's called like Death Water or something like that.
Yeah. Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it's just water, whatever. And I took a drink, and it's called like Mango Chainsaw.
Oh, I didn't know they had flavors.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
But I saw it, and I was like, Chainsaw.
We
miss you,
I thought
buddy.
the mango reminded you of him.
The mango, yes.
No.
Not the chainsaw, the mango.
It's the shape of his ass.
See you, Lee. Would love to watch that mango.
Right. So listen, this is going to be a fun episode only because Logan actually took the helm on writing the research for this one.
This is all you fucking
No, so you get an applause, buddy. You get an applause.
So everything's wrong.
So if it's bad,
So this is his audition?
this is his audition.
Oh,
Yes.
God, I can't wait
So
for
wait, what
this.
was it unpaid internship leading up to this?
Yes.
So now it's going into a
non-paid internship.
Yes, an extended unpaid
Your
internship.
assistant to the regional manager.
Right. So anyway, we're gonna get into this, and this is a pretty rough one, and it's actually one that it's a case that's intrigued me for a very long time. So I was glad that you actually got into it and kind of. Not figured it out, but did some research.
we figured it out.
Yeah, did we? Oh, do we?
We figured it out.
We
figured it out.
It's a Robert Stack over here.
Yeah.
Right. So since last week's episode was more on the lighthearted side and we couldn't stop giggling or trying to be funny, we decided to take this episode on a more serious note. Today we are discussing the Monster of Florence. No, we're not talking about a green scaly monster that enjoys a little too much vino or growls while going bippity boppity boop.
Damn it.
No giggling. Shh. We had to get that joke out of the way before we decided to show the world that we can go on an entire show, do an entire episode without making a joke or giggling.
Oh.
No matter how much pot or alcohol may be influencing us here, we will strive to bring as much information on this topic. And hey, the jokes obviously will write themselves, right?
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
I like the tonal change as well.
Right. And for fuck's sake, we're not going to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too bad. I was hoping to not
Yes.
be funny.
If
and
you don't
tell
like
jokes.
it, just do what any normal person would do out there. And honestly, drink until we sound funny.
Yeah. Or just do the monotone.
Yeah, I guess.
Or just do the monitor.
It all started in 1945.
Of course, we can't do that. You guys know we're better than that. We're better than that.
Yeah, haunted house.
No,
got that?
No giggling. All right, so a little bit about Florence, Italy first here. It is the capital of Tuscany in central Italy, built on both sides of the Arno River.
Yes.
Yes.
I bet there's some banger food there, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure. It's probably gorgeous,
No,
too.
bangers and mash is it's a UK thing.
Boo.
I thought we weren't doing jokes.
That wasn't a joke.
So Florence was founded as a Roman military colony in the 1st century BCE. Florence's vernacular, in other words, the language, how they speak there, became the Italian language. So they kind of started the whole thing off, which is kind of neat. And some noteworthy celebrities that have flourished here were Leonardo da Vinci. Yes.
Oh.
Filipp Brunelleschi.
Who's that?
Niccolò Machiavelli. Michelangelo, Dante, and Galileo. I'm going to have so much fun.
Oh, I know.
The Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, all of the Ninja Turtles actually came from Florence, Italy.
Side note, Splinter,
Yeah.
he was American. He was an American rat. Did you know that, Logan?
Even beforehand?
Yeah.
Before he was turned?
No, I take that back. He was Japanese, wasn't he? Roko Saki.
And it was actually, Shredder was Uncle Phil.
Or was
That's who played Shredder.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys you're learning all kinds of stuff today.
All right.
Some famous buildings that reside here are the Baptistery of St. John, the Gothic Duomo, and the Uffizi Gallery.
You haven't been over there to Italy?
Not yet, no.
God, everybody I know that goes says it's like a trip of a lifetime.
Oh, it's
like the most beautiful place ever.
Except, which is the one where it's literally sinking?
Venice.
Venice is literally sinking into the ocean.
Really?
Every year it goes down like 3 centimeters.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like if you look it up, it's seriously, they're trying to figure out ways to like lift it up with like kind of new technology and shit like that.
Why is it like the plates shifted underneath or something?
It's just the way it was
built on like boat. It's a floating city.
basically, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't
you gotta
know
look
that
it up.
either.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So the economy here is largely based around tourism, but of course it is.
Of
Yes.
course.
But-
Silly American. You want the pasta? I don't even know that's how they talk. I'll give you the... No, it's like Mario, right?
Right.
You want the pasta?
Right. Baba the Boopy, right? Baba the Boopy. Oh, man, all of our Italian listeners, all 2 of you just turned off. Anyway.
No, they know about the plumber.
No,
just
they got
kidding.
4 other ones. We're like, look at these fucking dum-dums over here.
Yeah. Those are New York Italians. These fucking guys over here. What do they fucking know about fucking Italy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking schmucks.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. You know how it is. You smug fuck. So let's talk about first and foremost what happened. All right. And let's start off here. So between 1968 and 1985, 14 to 16 people, and we'll get into all that, were murdered in Florence, Italy, in what leading criminologists and police officials have declared as one of the most puzzling crimes of their time. And it's pretty weird. There's a lot of similarities with some other shit too, which what's the guy, the New York guy that did the Son of Sam killer, right? He was into killing couples.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so was this killer. This killer was actually it was mostly couples that he actually killed.
Why is that?
Okay, he or she killed. I don't know.
Like, what's the...
It could be somebody who just hated young couples. It could have been you know what I mean?
He had his heart broken.
It's possible.
Jaded.
Yeah. I did listen to a podcast today that was talking about like BTK, and someone recently did an interview with him. You know, BTK killer, right? BTK, the bind, torture, kill guy.
Okay.
So complete piece of shit. And I'm trying to remember what his name is, and I'm sure everyone right now, especially listening to this, is going, fuck you. Anyway, so I was listening to it, and that dude, he had like a lot of weird things about him, but he had a normal fucking life outside of his killing. And he just had like this sexual fantasy thing, and that's what he was trying to fulfill the whole time. Because he tried to do like some weird shit with his wife one time, and she wasn't into it. I guess he was trying to do some butt stuff, and she was like not having it.
Not today.
And so he went off and started killing people. And so what they were saying in the podcast is, think about that for a second. If she would have been like okay with it, or if he would have found someone that was okay with all his like weird fetishes and stuff, all those people, I think it was 11 people that died. All those people may not have been murdered by this guy.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? My point to that is you never know what somebody's thinking and going through and what can push them to that point. Right. You know what I mean? So first known victims were Antonio Lo Bianco and his Sardinian lover, Barbara LocciKilled. And by Sardinians, they were from Sardinia.
Yes.
I had to actually ask Logan that.
That's not the little fishies,
It's not the fishes. By the way, are disgusting.
Yeah, who eats that, right?
That's so gross.
Especially on pizza.
You know, I've had it before, and they're just really salty.
Yeah.
My dad, your grandfather, used to eat these things called kippers.
Okay.
Which are basically like bigger sardines, but they came in a can like that. Dude, I could be outside and he could open a can in the house and I could smell it. It was just disgusting. Like, I wanted to burn the house down and just leave. I just didn't even want to be there. Yeah. So they were killed on August 21st of 1968 in a small town near Florence. Loci's 6-year-old son, Natalino Mele, he was asleep in the back seat, which is really fucked up. Mm-hmm. And apparently you said you saw somewhere that they were having sex in the car and the kid was asleep in the back seat.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll divulge more.
Yeah, it goes into a little bit here because she was she listen, not judging, but she got around. Mm-hmm. She soiled her oats. Is that it?
Sowed.
She soiled her oats.
I mean,
that sounds gross.
She may perhaps have soiled.
She shit in the oat pile.
So she's like Alanis Morissette.
Oh my! Why?
She went down in a theater.
And you've never gone to a theater?
I'm about to say, listen.
What's that?
What?
What did you say?
You ever gone to a theater and had that?
Is that on your website with the stepmom?
Oh boy. Anyway, so the kid, the 6-year-old son here, he woke up and found his mother dead, and he took off running. All right. He ran 2 kilometers and knocked on the door of a house. He banged on the door and told the homeowner, quote, "Open the door and let me in. I'm sleepy and my daddy is sick and in bed." Then he goes on to say, "Then you have to drive me home because my mother and my uncle are dead in their car." Okay.
Imagine getting that door.
Yeah, that would be
the door
super fucked up, right? Well, he was questioned by authorities as to how he ran alone in the dark, for 2 kilometers on unpaved country road.
Maybe he had the light up shoes, those LED shoes.
This is 1968. I don't think they had those. I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't there, so he was. The kid was then questioned by authorities as to how he actually ran alone. Like I said in there, and he originally said that he was scared and alone, but then changed his story later and saying that his father or an uncle drove him to the house. Remember how he said that his mom was in the car with an uncle? Okay, right? Well, the kid goes on to say years later that he was alone, but was too shocked to really remember what happened.
One side note to this whole thing is that when I was doing the research, I found a lot of speculation on for the little kid himself. I guess apparently he also mentioned too on one of his other stories that he was a random stranger, I guess, was walking along the path with him, picked him up, put him on his shoulders, and walked him to the house and sang this really weird tune, which I could not figure out what it was, but it was apparently a popular song.
Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Come on, I'll get on my shoulder and I'll carry you there.
Maybe that's where they got that walking by Jesus thing.
Oh,
Maybe that's where they got that from.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Maybe.
that popped up more than once in my researching, but there's really nothing that really.
So he
keeps it.
claims that just some random dude picked him up, put him on his shoulders, and was just hip hopping along, singing like.
Allegedly.
That's weird. I don't know. So uncle, quote unquote, was the name given to his mother's lovers.
Aha.
So I have so many uncles. I don't understand. My family is huge.
That's messed up.
And mom's like, shut the fuck up. So mom had the nickname of Ape Regina, okay, or the Queen Bee, due to the countless affairs that she had. So, like, again, not shaming anyone whatsoever. You do what you got to do, whatever. Sucks that a little kid's involved in that or whatever, but at least they weren't like blatantly, I don't know, whatever. I'm moving on. So she was her lovers. She had several men, of course, including 3 brothers, Giovanni, Salvatore, and Francesco Vinci.
At the same time?
Logan.
Just find out, All right.
Okay.
All right.
They were manual laborers and petty criminals. Okay. So they were kind of low life, whatever, but she was apparently sleeping with all 3 of them. Whether it was at the same time or not, again, I don't know. So Salvatore lived with Locci and Mele in their home for a short time. So one of the brothers actually lived with them for a little bit.
Yes. Keep the name Vinci in the back of your head as well too for a little bit.
Yeah. So the lover, the couple here, they were shot and killed in their car by a .22 caliber pistol.
A 22?
Yeah, dude, that's the mob's favorite gun.
I know,
dude.
but it's like you got to be good with a 22 to kill somebody.
Yeah, but it's the because
it's like shooting with a BB gun.
But you get hit in the head with it, it rattles around.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And when you're busy in the car, are you really paying attention to who's walking up?
No, but
And plus, they're easy to get.
What kind of car did they have? You would think it would block it.
It's a Italian car.
That's why.
With the windows down.
I bet Elon Musk designed it.
Face down, ass up.
He's not Italian.
gonna throw this rock through the window, guys. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Wait, that's not what he sounds like.
Oh, I know. I don't want to get sued, so we'll bring him back
He's
at another
a recurring guest on the show.
He's
here.
listening now.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Since the last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the suspected killer up until this point was Locci's husband, Stefano Mele. Okay. He was considered to be older and kind of slow mentally. Okay. The cops found a glove that was his, and it was tested and had shown to have gunfire residue on it.
If the glove doesn't fit,
you must have quit.
Who's that?
You?
Oh my God! You have to know that one. If the glove doesn't fit, what's that famous from?
Put the lotion on its skin.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with that. Keep going.
No, that's pretty much how OJ got off.
Oh,
yeah. And I got off. I mean, acquitted. Yeah. Let's make sure I
mean, you never know.
So Mele, okay, the husband here confessed, but retracted his confession, and then confessed again, but accused the Vinci brothers of being involved, but later confessed to doing it by himself.
Okay, so let's recap this.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to,
I want you to recap.
Okay, so 2 people were killed.
So you have the whore mom.
Now, why is she? Is she?
Well, okay, the mom that likes to party.
The promiscuous, adventurous mom.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have the
no
partying
judging.
mom who's
Correct.
doing stuff. You have the little kid.
She gets around like a donut.
The kid that
been used more than, I don't know. I got so many of them. Go ahead.
The kid that witnessed or supposedly
was asleep
he was
in the car
asleep.
and woke up supposedly.
All I gotta say is that's a heavy ass sleeping kid. One to ignore the whole fact that his mom and whatever were doing something in the front seat, and on top of that, they both got shot. I mean,
yeah.
Now, do you think the gunfire woke him up, or do you think that he supposedly? Because that doesn't sound right that he'd sleep through the gunfire. But I mean, I don't know. At
according
6,
I don't know. But then again, he had
they probably gave him a bunch of freaking Chianti and told him to go to sleep. Hey, you! I gotta make a boom boom with your mama. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep. You go to sleep, or I'll put you to sleep.
And the Vinci brothers, they're the ones.
They were sleeping with mama,
right?
as
All
well.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, we're up to speed. Let's go.
Right. And well, the husband though is the one that's claiming that he did it.
But he was at home sick.
Correct.
Supposedly,
when all this went down.
Supposedly,
allegedly,
and he's also a little, mentally slow as well. So, right. So that's where we're at up to this one. This is just the first murders on this, by the way. Right. So, despite changing his story and his son changing stories numerous times, I'm not even going to say it. Right? I'm not going to say it. The husband was convicted and sent to prison for 14 years. Okay.
Mhm.
Got the gun residue. He confessed it and confessed it and confessed. I mean, obviously in 68, you're going to jail.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Okay, so he was there then, basically.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Potential.
Right. So he was given a light sentence, though, due to suffering from, quote, infirmity of the mind and deemed mentally dysfunctional. So he was slow, but I also feel they probably put into account that his wife was prowling around on him, too. You know what I mean?
And caused it.
Right.
Do you think the judge was like, "Oh, I slept with her"? Fuck. This guy's mental. We'll give him 5 years.
I retire in 14
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and just put him in there.
So Melee said that he dropped the gun at the crime scene, but it was never recovered. Okay, so the gun never showed up. And he claims that he did the killing, had gloves on, and that he dropped the gun.
Mhm.
Okay. And it was basically at that point considered a cut and dry case of it's a crime of passion. That's it, right? Because he's pissed off. He finds his wife. He knows
Right.
something's going on. He finds her in a car with some other guy with their kid in the back, which doesn't make sense to me on why. Why would a man shoot his wife
Well, he
who's
knows the kid is in the
cheating on
back.
him with the kid in the back seat? Doesn't seem right to me, right?
Maybe he didn't know the kid was in the backseat.
I mean, that's possible because it was dark.
It's dark.
Where would the kid be?
Yeah, he's not with me.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a big boat.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
never know.
So anyway, considered a cut and dry case, right? Done, case closed, we're done, right?
Yep.
No!
Uh-oh.
Nope. Then Saturday night of September 14th, 1974 comes along. A young couple, Stefania Pettini and Pasquale Gintocori. I'm actually really loving saying these names.
Nice.
And I'm probably butchering them, but it's
No,
so much.
Pasquale's right. That's
Yeah.
my grandfather's name.
Is it?
Yeah, or Pat. They call him Pat, but he was born in Italy. It's Pasquale is his
Your
name.
grandfather's name's Pasquale. You're Italian.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
Velasco.
on. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's your last name?
My last name is Butchko, but my mother's maiden name is Velasco.
Holy crap.
My grandparents came from
Where's that
Italy.
button at?
You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, they're hardcore Italian.
Dude, I've partied with your mom and dad so many times.
Why do you
I
think
had
they
no idea.
party so hard?
What are you trying to say about Italians?
They like to party all the time, party all the time.
Who sings that?
Party all the time.
I don't fucking Eddie Murphy. Swear to God, he actually had a couple
Yeah,
of albums on.
It's a legit song.
Wait, a couple albums?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, full blown. He actually did some shit with Michael.
In the
and-
video, Rick James runs the mixer board.
Really?
It's pretty dope, dude.
I mean, it makes sense why the
He's like in there holding his headphones. He's like, "Hey, turn it up," and you see Rick James is just like,
And then he
cranks
said,
up the volume.
"Fuck your couch." No, I'm just kidding. So they were hanging out, and they were regulars to a small secluded spot in the suburban countryside on the outskirts of Florence. Okay, and they wanted some private time alone, so they go out to these little wooded area that's outside of town. Whatever, you know what I mean? They're young couple. You know, doing what they do. You know what I mean? Doing what they fucking do. Yeah. Hey. So the couple was found dead, unfortunately, the next morning. The young man was found inside the car, leaning on the door. The young lady was found in the grass behind the vehicle. Her body was nude, and there had been stab wounds found. And but not just stab wounds, all right? First of all, they weren't very deep. They were pretty much surface wounds. And she had been stabbed and or pricked, quote unquote, this is medical terminology, over 90 times.
Oh, somebody's trying to bleed her out.
Or I don't know. I don't fucking understand at all. And she was raped with a thin olive branch. Yeah, which is fucked up. But I mean, to stab someone hard, obviously, it takes a lot of force. It really takes a lot of force to penetrate the human body, all right? Because, I mean, we have bones everywhere, you know? There's really a lot. And if you ever sit down and if you want to sit, and I think, I think you can stab someone, I think it's a 3-second intervals, I think is what it is. I think that's like, with having force behind it. Sit here. And what is it? That's 99 and 180. Sorry, I'm doing math in my head. 270 seconds comes down to about what? How many minutes?
Just under 5 minutes.
Okay. So sit there and just move your arm for 5 minutes. No, that can't be that long. 5 minutes?
Yeah. 60 seconds times 5 is 300 seconds.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. So anyway, if you sit there and you're moving your arm back and forth, just do it 90 times. I don't even care how long you do it. Do this 90 fucking times. Guess what? That sucks.
What if it
After
was a
6, I'm
creature
like, ugh.
with claws?
And it was going pink, tonk.
No, it was like swiping, like.
Oh.
Well, maybe, but these are stab wounds, though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like fucking
Slashes.
slashes.
And maybe it had knives for fingers.
Who's fucking Edward Scissorhands right over here? So an author by the name of Magdalene Nab wrote in her novel, The Monster of Florence, which I actually have that book. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Which was a fictional adaptation of the case, saw the act as a sign that the killer was impotent. Writing, quote, he tries to rape the girl but isn't able to, so he violates her with an olive vine instead.
Mm.
It's fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah.
So no money was stolen, but it was noted that a few pieces of jewelry were stolen from Stefania. Okay? So that was the girl that was, they found outside that was unfortunately not the way you use an olive branch.
Did they say the guy was shot? The guy was leaning against the door.
Yeah.
He was shot.
Mm-hmm. Did it say
or was he stabbed? They just said that they found dead. I can actually look that up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if it was the same kind of wounds as the girl. Like, did he have a bunch of stab wounds or was it a different way?
That's a damn good question. You should be asking Logan, who did the research.
As far as I know, he was found dead with a bullet wound.
You're doing a great job on this, by the way. It's awesome. Hopefully you guys out there listening right now, let us know how Logo is doing today.
So proud. He's become a man.
I know. I'm actually really proud. So again, no money was stolen, and then Florence officials consider this just a random event. Like somebody did, because to be honest, if you think about it, the way the other two died, you got the killer already convicted and in prison, and then this happens, and it's different.
Copycat killer.
Yeah, but it's different though. Like it's
a little different. Yeah,
she's been raped with a fucking like a branch. Like Jesus,
because the queen bee was just shot in the first case, and then this one shows that they were just both shot and stabbed. Didn't talk about where or how.
Oh, really? Okay. So then 7 years go by. All right. So then we go to the night of June 6th, 1981.
Oh, that's close to my birthday.
Oh, boy. Carmela D'Annunzio and Giovanni Faggi. I'm really hoping that's how you say that last name.
Faggi, yeah.
Because if not, it's Faggi, and I don't think that's right.
Faggi.
Yeah, I think it's Faggi. They were parked on a dirt road just outside of Florence, known as Scandici, which is close to the popular nightclub, the Anastasia Club. Okay, they're going to freaking hang out. They're going
to snort coke and they're going to get down and
and boogie oogie
like
oogie.
It's 1985.
This is 1981,
but it's going to be like 85.
Coke was huge back then.
No shit.
Yeah, huge. So they made it a habit to go to this spot alone. Okay, they liked going to this little place outside of Florence by themselves, just like these other guys. Obviously, they're young. Again, they want to get away from their parents, get away from whatever.
I think they want to touch fronts,
rub fuzzies.
Connect the dots.
Bump uglies.
Logan, what does that mean?
Do the horizontal mambo.
What are we talking about? Pose to Jesus?
Take the sausage boat to Tuna Town.
That's
no. Okay. So the next morning, unfortunately, their bodies were found, and they were both shot and stabbed. Giovanni was found in the driver's seat with half of his clothes on. Okay. Again, Giovanni, same as the other one before.
What is with the stabbing? Is that like an aggression thing? So like if you're going to shoot somebody, like they were both shot. So obviously the gun is going to kill them regardless. Is it stabbing like a fuck you, like you fuck with me kind of thing?
It's more personal.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's just like strangulation. So strangulation is way more personal. You can
crime of passion.
Yeah, they can walk up and they shoot somebody and it's done and over with. But a lot of times what happens is that these fucking psychos will go and they'll shoot somebody and they'll stab them afterwards. Or they'll
incapacitate
have sex with them afterwards.
The gun, and then they...
Well, they're already dead.
The stabbing
and then they'll just fucking sit there and it's more of a fuck you. See what I did to you? Yeah.
See, there's some people who speculate like it's more of like an angry portion of it where like just cut clean when you shoot somebody, but when you're stabbing them, it's like a lot of anger goes into it. But when it comes to using a knife, you're carving as well too sometimes.
And it's also
that's more of like an artistic appeal to doing that.
But it's also like, especially for those jagoffs that fucking get a sexual release from that.
Yeah.
Cutting it's orgasmic to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
People are weird. What do you think about that, Logan?
Carving someone.
Do you think it's orgasmic?
Getting off to it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about a little bite and fight, but not that bad.
A little bite and fight. Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. Once you're married as long as I have, it's just fight. It's just fight. Just kidding. I love you. I'm coming up on my 10 years, man.
Are you really?
That's what we're going to be. Well, it's 10 years together. Coming up here soon. That's what we're going to be in Ireland for. We're going to Ireland for that. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm super excited about it.
Man, I haven't even been a year yet.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Do you have any advice for me?
Is she Italian?
No.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
That's awesome.
So Carmela, which was the young girl that was here, she was found 200 feet away from the car with her jeans pulled down, and her pubic area had been cut out and taken away.
Now that's some.
Yeah, that's next
Hills
level.
have eyes.
Like 90 cuts on somebody, that's, to me, extreme. This is fucking extreme. Ugh. So ballistics were run on the same gun, a 22 caliber long rifle, which is what they thought, right?
Yeah, they thought it was a 22 caliber long rifle.
Which they thought had been used for the Winchester bullets, right?
Correct, yeah.
The Winchester.
They have an H embossed on the back of the casing. So basically, they're finding these casings. Remember, they don't have the gun.
Oh, yeah.
They're finding these casings, and they can lead it back to figure out that it's a Winchester and 22 long rifle.
Ladies and gentlemen, always pick up your brass.
Well,
Always.
again, that's why. Okay. Remember earlier we were talking. It's a 22 caliber.
Yeah.
This is a fucking rifle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning if it's projecting the casing, then it's got to be a semi-auto.
Right.
Or a bolt action.
It could be bolt action.
It could be bolt action.
It's definitely not.
Most
gonna be like a
rifles,
revolver or
22
anything.
around that time, were bolt action.
Okay, so it's a bolt action rifle. Like, why not just use a 22 revolver where your casings don't come out?
That's where I also had
You know what I mean? Like you don't
mobs
leave
and
anything
stuff like that,
behind.
use that.
I get it. You use what you have.
Yeah,
I get
shit
it.
costs money,
or
bro.
use what you find.
Or what you find or stole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So police were certain that the 1974 murder was not just a one-off and that they may have a maniac on the loose. Yeah. So police also were certain that the killer was strong, seeing as how the woman was not dragged, but instead carried out of the car and down a hill where her body was found. So, got a fucking strong motherfucker doing this.
Well, how big was the girl?
Well, yeah. Well, regardless, dude, like, have you ever tried to pick up, like, even like, I don't want to get into that. You ever picked up, like, one of your kids?
Yeah.
Okay. It's heavy. You know what I mean? But a woman, a full-grown woman?
Yeah, but if the woman was dead too,
Yeah, dead weight.
that's dead weight.
Well, we don't know if she was, though. That's the thing.
Correct,
He
yeah.
could have just fucking... And if that's the case, then she was probably fucking struggling, and it's even harder to do. You know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
And we don't know, again, we don't know how big she was.
Oh, yeah.
So police decided to look into a common issue plaguing Florence, peeping Toms. Apparently this was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Baba the boopy. I look through your window, hey.
Well, we know that from Marty McFly when his dad was in the tree peeping on his mom.
Oh yeah.
Take your damn hands off her. Sorry.
That was actually pretty good.
Thanks. So with Florence being surrounded by hills, woods, and countryside, just driving less than 20 minutes would find you in a secluded field or a wooded area, deprived of witnesses or townsfolk. So at this time, it wasn't, you go outside and it's completely rural. You know what I mean? And it just sounds beautiful to me.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not all the killings,
I've seen
obviously.
the pictures and stuff too. Florence is beautiful.
Right. So during this time, it was common for many Italians to live at home until they were married, which means that couples didn't really get much privacy or ability to be alone together, which is why they'd go out,
To
find
bump
a spot.
fronts.
Right. Correct. To make stinky faces.
That's right.
Yes.
Steam the windows up.
That's right. Get a little in there. You know what I mean?
Little Trillville.
Yeah. Did you say Trillville?
Yeah.
What is that?
Ever heard Trillville?
Uh-uh.
Oh God, I have to show it to you now.
Oh, boy.
It's an old 90s.
Is that on that
rap.
website?
No. It's an old 90s song that the whole beat is just the sound of a bed creaking. Just
That's
That's
pretty
like
amazing.
a thing.
yeah,
It's pretty
called
amazing.
Trillville. I'll figure out who sings it.
It's pretty amazing.
I think the song called Trillville.
So basically, bumping uglies here in cars was common, and couples would typically wait for nightfall and go to secluded areas. All right.
Yeah, it's Trillville is the artist. It's called Some Cut is the song.
I had to check that out.
Yeah, it's funny.
So having a culture like this makes it a little easier for the occasional peeping Tom to have their gross fun. Obviously, they can just go out into the freaking, if you see a car, typically what they're doing. So you're going to,
Shh, hold on. There's the car coming. Hold on. Make my slipper. Hold on. Where's your binoculars?
and you hear, most onlookers or peeping Toms went into the woods with just a pair of binoculars.
Yes.
Although it wasn't uncommon to find the professional peeping Tom.
Telescope.
They would
Camcorder.
They would have advanced night vision goggles or cameras so they could take pictures or even film unaware lovers.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had night vision back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been around for
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
early 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
So, as nasty as this may be, the police thought that the toms may come in handy to the investigation of the Monster of Florence. Of course, hey, we know you go out there and jerk off the random cars. Did you see anything this night? You know what I mean?
I don't jerk off the cars. I bird watch.
You're jerking off right now. Stop it.
World War II.
Yeah.
No way. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that old.
So, night vision's been around since World War II?
Mhm.
Yeah.
it had to have been so shitty when it first came out,
they were
too.
using radio
They were
frequencies.
actual candles.
It looks like
inside.
like an Atari game, just like Pong. Like,
Hey, light my glasses. I got to go outside.
yeah, they were gas powered.
Right. Every time I wear these, I get high as fuck. So hoping that these people may be able to give tips or see something that, could aid in their investigation, obviously. Apparently, it did help as one peeping Tom gave some info. Police had nothing and jumped at the chance to talk to this guy. Okay?
Oh, please tell me you got his name.
Enzo Spalletti.
Splatty?
Spalletti.
Splatty.
Spalletti.
That's when I watch the car and I go splatty.
Would you please stop jerking off when you're talking to me? He was a husband and a father. He was taken into custody after seeing 2 dead bodies in the woods. Main reason he was being incarcerated was his unwillingness to divulge any information as to why he just so happened to be in the woods at the time the crime took place and knowing about the crime before it was officially reported. We know what you were doing.
Mhm.
Just fucking admit. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? At this point, you saw it. I don't even know why why even ask him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone comes up and, I saw these dead. Well, what were you doing out there? The fuck does that matter? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, a lot of it too is, why were you in that area? Did you have anything to do with the case? Like, did you have anything to do with murdering?
Like
those
he
2
could
people?
potentially be
He could have
a
been
suspect.
Like,
okay.
Or he was the anonymous tipper kind of thing. Was like, hey, I just killed 2 people. But
Oh, there was a tip, but not anonymously.
Oh. By the way, another thing about that BTK guy, at one point in time, he actually called the police and confessed over the phone, and they didn't believe him. So he got pissed off, and he ended up killing more people.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, the BTK case is just fucking fucked. It's fucked. Anyway, one of these days, maybe we'll talk about it. So eyewitnesses placed him and his vehicle at the crime scene at the time of the murder, although he denied ever or any part of being a part of the crime. Okay. So they saw his car there, but he's saying, I didn't listen, man. I was out there fucking jerking off. You know what I mean? But at that point in time, I mean, I guess you could get arrested for that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's indecent exposure.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman did.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather be arrested for jerking off than for potentially killing a couple?
Listen, man, I just saw these 2 people over here in a car. And they
I
were
would
dead.
think so, but you got to remember the times, right? So his
This is
job,
1981,
his
yeah.
family, like
And
it would ruin
everybody
him.
there was some way, shape, or form had some connection to each other as well too, because there was a smaller community over there.
Yeah,
Florence
I
was
Like
guess.
big, but
imagine
not that
how
big.
much. Like look at the Japanese people, like when they feel dishonored or whatever, they jump off buildings.
or commit seppuku.
Would they fail
It's
at something in
Hari
life?
Curry, right?
What?
Hari Curry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you have no idea, right?
I thought you were-
It's where you,
yeah, seppuku.
yeah, we thought, no. It says,
That's a samurai thing.
Yeah, that's a doku.
no, what? No, shut the fuck. Anyway,
That's Sakudo Hapkido.
what? God bless you.
Yeah,
So now moving on to Thursday night, October 22nd of 1981.
almost Halloween.
You're very astute. Susanna Cambi and Stefano Baldi had parked their vehicle on a country road just outside of Florence.
A lot of people getting busy in the woods.
And you would think after hearing about the first one, you might not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like, hey, baby, I think I'm going to stay home tonight. You know?
You know, speaking of this, on a side note, you notice the trend in like people hiking getting killed lately, like within the past year.
I think they're just finding them now.
I know, but you notice
Is what
like
I
it's
think.
like every month there's a new hiker gone missing.
I know exercise is lethal, dude. Don't do it. Seriously. Why do you
I'm
think
just saying it's kind of
that's
weird.
why I don't work out, man.
I don't know. You ever see like the map of where all the trails and stuff are, and then also see the map of where all the cave systems are? They're all the exact same.
And Sasquatch.
I was gonna say hills have eyes,
remember,
but-
and we're going to talk about this too. I want to talk about the Gabby Petito case and Brian Laundrie or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about that. But like they found 6 bodies just looking for her all across the United States. So that means, again, we've talked about this before, and I'm going to keep reiterating this just because my mind is baffled by this. Like, I wish to God that they'd just be like, we should probably put together a team and just go out there everywhere across the United States. But it's probably super expensive.
If only they perfected night vision.
Those damn candles. So, they were not known for visiting this spot, okay? And police believe that they stopped on a whim with the sudden urge of intimacy, all right? That's Susanna and Stefano we're talking about here. The bodies were found next morning. Stefano was found outside the car wearing just a shirt and underwear. So he's probably right in the middle of it or getting ready to do his hibbity-dibbity. But this time he's outside the car.
Yeah.
So maybe he saw somebody coming and tried to run, whatever. Susanna had been carried to a spot nearby, and her private areas had been horribly disfigured. That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Jesus. Nothing was stolen from these victims either. Nothing taken from them. It was just a brutal fucking killing. Like, that's it. This murder is known to this day as an anomaly since it happened on a Thursday, even though the day after Friday was a national labor strike.
So if you've been paying attention to like the dates and stuff like that, it always happens at night. Always seems to happen on a weekend or the night before a holiday. Meaning that no one's going to be going out and doing a whole bunch of stuff for work the next morning.
Or somebody doesn't have to work the next morning.
Or someone doesn't have to work the next morning.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I got the day off tomorrow.
Well, that rules out the monster.
Yeah, it's probably not. Yeah.
Because monsters don't work.
That we know of. So the other crimes also took place in the summer, where this was in the fall. Okay. That evening was also a very bright moonlit night. Okay, which seems like you probably wouldn't want to do that if, you've seen it sometimes. You walk outside, it's like, holy shit, it's super bright outside.
So bright.
Officials believe that the murderer acted out as to throw off the police to the investigation. Which, I mean, you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of throw a little
wrench into the mix.
Thank you. Yes, that's what I was saying. I was tossing a wrench when you said that.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
That's right. Hey, knows that one. That's a good one.
Who said that?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
It's like O'Shaughnessy or what? It's O'Malley.
No, Patches of Houlihan.
Patches of Houlihan. I knew it was some O with that stuff.
So this anomaly here, this murder, also gave one strong clue to the police that it wasn't available prior to. A size 44, that's European size,
yes,
or a U.S. size 10 shoe print was found in the mud. Which, okay, I wear about a 10 and a half, 11.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
I'm not a big guy.
But where were you?
No. My point is, I'm not a big guy. I don't know if I could pick up a grown ass woman and move her. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like a big guy to me.
Well, I mean,
I think if your adrenaline's going, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like a big guy because, I mean,
I don't know. Kids can lift cars when they're stuck on their parents and stuff. You ever seen stuff like that?
No, those are superheroes.
I don't believe in kids.
Well, you have lots of them.
That's why I don't. So the police believe that the culprit was a tall and robust person.
Yes.
With a size 10. I don't know. Whatever.
It's Italy, though. Everyone there's short, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess it's, well, it's not freaking Japan.
But,
Yeah.
So
with this new crime happening, they released Enzo from custody.
Oh.
And Enzo is?
The Peeping Tom.
Right.
Splatty.
Right. So Splatty. Aw. Think that's his nickname? Hey, here's Splatty coming by again. Shut up, guys.
I'm bird watching. I'm looking for birds.
Look at the warbler.
It's like every time he walks by, it's like a slug crawling. Look.
Aww. I hope you guys are eating out there.
So then there's Saturday night, June 19th. A Saturday night, again, which is all right for fighting, right? From 1982. Antonella Migliorini and Paolo Manardi.
Very good.
Okay, we're parked by some bushes in, Bacciano, which is south of Florence. And again, if we have any listeners out there who are either from Italy or have
speak
it or whatever, and if I'm butchering this, please just consider it to be sweet and cute and don't tell us to.
He's trying his
stop giggling. You fuck. So the vehicle was able to be seen clearly from the street, okay, for Antonella and Paolo here.
Right.
Friends of theirs have driven by and seen the two in the car and could clearly identify who was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So even though it's at night, you could still see who it was.
Correct.
Antonella chose this area because it wasn't as private for fears of running into, of course, the Monster of Florence. So it's starting to get out now, where people are starting to go, okay, listen, like we don't need to go to this area, you know.
But see, if you're already worried about running into said monster, why not just stay at home and do the boogie woogie with your parents?
Well, because again, before you were married, you lived with your parents,
right?
So, you can't do that back then. Because first of all, I mean...
Can't or shouldn't?
Probably couldn't. Mom and dad were like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. If you go out into the woods, you can scream and yell and jump on the car. Like,
yeah. Break windows and fucking just
devious young
dirty stuff.
I know.
I don't know. I just sleep when I go out there. So this particular case could show to be a turning point in the investigation. The monster had shot the couple. Okay, so they actually shot him. Or he shot them. What made things interesting, however, was the shot on Paolo did not kill him right away.
Because it was a 22.
Well, he was able to turn on the vehicle and attempt to drive away. Remember, we said he was outside the vehicle and he just had his skivvies on, right?
Yeah.
The car was facing away from the street, so any attempt at fleeing would have to be done in reverse. It's hard to drive in reverse while being shot at. I mean, it's not easy.
According to Puff Daddy.
Oh, geez. What?
You didn't get that reference?
No.
You ever seen the video for Hypnotize? Notorious B.I.G.?
Yeah.
And he drives the car backwards through like half the video. P. Diddy's driving the car and Biggie's in the passenger seat.
Oh, boy. We're going to get into that.
There's people out there that get that reference.
Listen, we're going to get into when we for Icons and Outlaws, which is coming, people, and I hope you guys are excited. We're going to get into that whole conspiracy about with Tupac and Biggie and P. Diddy and Suge and everything else. Like, it goes a lot deeper than a lot of people think. There's been like movies and stuff that just don't tell it right. It feels like it's very biased and like wants to tell like one particular story without telling everything that encompasses it.
And no one ever asks in that time, that era, where Vanilla Ice was.
Because nobody gave a fuck.
Because he was trying to find a job.
Did you know that we were actually on a label with Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
You knew that?
I have the album at home.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, no, I'm sorry. You have the album at home.
Yeah, he got mad at me.
Dude, I'm like, anytime anyone asks, I'm like, yeah, dude, they signed on with fucking Vanilla Ice and all of them, man. They're great.
Except he was a dickhead.
He's a dick.
Really?
Rob Van Winkle, you twat.
We met him, and, me being me, as soon as I met him, like the minute I walked up and talked to him, I was like, dude, what was it like working with the Ninja Turtles? Because he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah.
Go Ninja. And they got up and did the whole thing.
I was like, that's badass. So I'm like, what was it like working with the Ninja Turtles? He looks at me, he's like, really? And chugged his Jägermeister and walked away.
Yeah, he was kind of a whatever. So, yeah, again, going back to this, it's hard to drive in reverse, obviously being shot. It's hard to do anything while you're being shot at.
Yes.
So the monster here shot the headlights out to avoid any attention. Okay. Paolo, unfortunately, got the vehicle stuck in a ditch while trying to flee.
Okay, so this guy's a marksman if he's shooting headlights out from a distance.
That's what I wanted to touch on as well, too. So you're in a car, right? You're getting freaky deaky with your girl.
Oh, shit.
Or whomever.
God, I wish I had that.
We need that.
Yeah, we got to get that. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you got to tell it like that.
So you're getting freaky deaky in the car.
Is this how your daughter was born?
Oh, no.
He goes, no.
But anyway, so if you're getting busy in the car, right?
Yes.
And,
it's going to be moving up and down.
Possibly.
Shocks
or maybe
and
you're just
springs.
getting ready to, go up and down and your head pops up and all of a sudden you just get shot in the head and you die, right? What is your first reaction? To just lay there and freak out while the other person just walks up and shoots you while you're, laying
You mean the
down?
other person?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they'd be
Or
in shock.
Would you try to get out of the car and run?
No, I think they would be in shock initially for at least a good minute.
But I think it also has to do, like,
Because
first of all, nobody ever feels they're ever going to be in that situation.
Well, yeah, right.
So no one can ever dictate how anyone's ever going to feel in that situation.
Unless you're John Wick.
Right. Or
don't-
Chuck Norris.
Don't fuck with his dog.
Right. So what I'm saying is like, if you were, and how fast is this, like, is he a quick shot?
Right.
Or is he up there with the freaking rifle and boom, and then reaches in? We don't know
Right.
the ins and outs of that. Nobody does. That's the whole problem with this. It's just so, there's so many like open ends to this. And that's why it's such a, dude, it's been fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So neither of the victims were stabbed, nor were there any ritualistic disfigurements of Antonella. In other words, he didn't try to cut her hoo-ha out. Mainly because the monster most likely had to flee from the disruptive scene, plus it was a rather busy area, which makes sense. You made a bunch of noise. You're shooting out the fucking headlights.
Right.
So it's not just one shot or two shots. And 22s aren't very loud,
No,
but they're
they're not.
still loud enough.
Right.
And they're on the outskirts, not in the woods. They're on the outskirts.
Right.
So he's probably freaking the fuck out right now because things just did not work out.
Exactly.
So very shortly after the incident, another vehicle passed by. Assuming the vehicle was stuck, they actually got out to help. They found the bloodbath and immediately called for an ambulance and police. Paolo was still breathing when help arrived and drove him to the hospital, where unfortunately he died shortly after from his wounds. All right, so it just sucks that he didn't get anything out, you know? So the prosecutor who was investigating the case at the time, Silvia Della Monica, a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that name sounds sexy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. One more time.
Silvia Della Monica.
You're glaring at me. Logan's over here giving me the eyes.
They're both looking at each other.
Yeah,
that name was like instant. Yeah. Well, she decided to try and create a trap for the monster. This could have been a guy for all I know. It's Sylvia. I don't know. It just sounds like, yeah, it's a pretty name.
It's a female.
It is a female?
It's a female.
An assassin?
It's a female.
Well, she had the newspapers print off saying that Paolo was able to say some words about what happened before he passed away.
Clever girl.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Clever girl.
Hoping to make the monster second guess everything, or at the very least, make a mistake, which to me, I feel like he already did. I feel like that was the mistake. You know, because now he's on edge and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Unless he wants to be caught.
Which
a lot
of them, I feel like they do. But it's also about the recognition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to be able to, it's like, again, going back to BTK, he was sending letters and stuff. Zodiac was sending letters. Son of Sam sending letters, trying to say all this different shit because they want it to be written in the paper so people talk about him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's notoriety. Bunch of fucking jackasses.
Oh, yeah. Soon to come.
So shortly after the incident at Bacciano, damn it, my dad calls them envelopes, and I almost said that.
Nice.
An envelope arrived at the Carabinieri police station in Florence. Okay. The contents of the envelope here were newspaper clippings with an article dating back to the 1968 killing of the two lovers that were shot by the alleged jealous husband, Stefano Mele. Remember the first one?
Yes.
And written on top of the clipping was the statement, quote, "Why don't you take another look at this case?"
Oh.
Yeah. So somebody's fucking with the cops now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Little want to get some recognition out there.
Is so similar to Zodiac.
Oh, is it?
Very, which we're going to talk about in our bonus.
Oh, possibly.
But also with the Son of Sam murders. Yeah. It's extremely... okay. So the spent casings of the bullets that were fired in 1968 were still archived. Okay. Ballistics tests were ran, and they proved that the same gun had been used that day and with the other cases with similar incidents. Okay. So right now we know all those shell casings line up.
Yep.
It's all from the same gun. Okay.
Even
or
more.
At least the same ammunition.
Yeah.
Right. So the bullets were the same type and were to have been from the same box of ammunition as well.
So they were able to track down and make it known that those bullets were all made and shot and were all from the exact same
Isn't that fucking
box
crazy?
of ammo. Yeah.
No, I mean, if you think about it, like when they come off the production line, they all have this itty bitty little, and it's almost, you can't.
I know
even,
what you're talking about.
It's that little
Yeah.
stamp. So if you look at the back of a casing, right near the where the firing
Pin is
not firing pin,
the primer cartridge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right there, there's a little thing in there that tells where it came from.
I know, but this is the 80s.
No,
You know what I mean?
It's not 1922. It's
even
the
then,
80s.
they did it back in the early 1900s.
Still crazy.
It's kind of hard to put it on a ball though. So like 1800s and prior didn't have that.
Cannonball. It just had a smiley face on it. We know who this came from.
On there, it's a return address.
Can I get this back? All right. So the man that killed the first couple was still in prison, right? So how could this have happened if that guy did this? How is the same box of ammo and it's still killing people?
He was a patsy.
Well, remember, he dropped the gun at the time of the crime, supposedly, right?
Yep, allegedly.
Remember, he said, yeah, I was out there. They found it on his gloves. I dropped the gun. And since officials had no other leads, they decided to look into the Sardinian brothers, who Mele accused of being accomplices.
Oh.
Yeah. By Sardinian, we're talking about the Vinci's.
Da Vinci's.
He's taking them all down with him.
Right.
Da Vinci, just the Vinci's.
The Vinci's.
The
Vinci's.
Vinci's.
Right. Like Vini Vidi Vici. Right? No, that's not even right. No, that's Vini. That's I came, I saw, I conquered. Vinci is their last. Anyway, so Giovanni, Salvatore, and Francesco Vinci, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's the brothers who his supposed wife, Mele's wife, was sleeping around with the first killing.
Making website videos.
Correct. Salvatore and Francesco being the two more likely suspects due to connections with Mele and past crimes. Remember, they were petty criminals.
Yep.
Shortly after the last killings in Bacciano, Francesco's car was found in the south of Tuscany, hidden in the woods.
Does it say what kind of car it is?
It does not.
Damn
An
it.
Italian car, probably like a Peugeot or something.
I want to know if it's like a big boat, like a Cadillac.
No, actually, I looked at the videos and
It's like a
pictures of all
little Pinto.
You ain't having no Cadillacs over there.
They're like tiny ass cars, like super, like not even
like Yugos, little.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're small, like 2-seaters.
which makes it harder to believe that you're bumping uglies in there
With the kid.
with the kid
underneath.
Well, remember, they're small people.
you got me on that one.
I'm kidding. I'm married to a Sicilian. I could say whatever I want. She's 5'2". All right, that's all I'm saying. Francesco was then taken into custody. Oh, damn it.
Fuck, dude, we were doing so good.
Francesco, if you guys are new here and you don't know the whole boobs thing, and my wife doesn't listen very often because she can't really stomach the topics we talk about, but every time she does happen to like walk by or hear it, somebody mentions the word boobs.
Yeah,
And it's
like
usually
3 or 4 times.
It's
now.
usually Jeff. So
Boobs.
yeah, there it is. So Francesco was taken into custody on suspicion of being the Monster of Florence, right? But of course he was. 1 year later, with Francesco behind bars here, all right? Okay, you get me?
Yeah.
September 9th of 1983, in Galuzzo, which is a residential area of Florence, 2 German tourists,
Yeah, good luck.
Uwe Rush and Horst Meyer,
Oh, okay.
were just hanging out in their VW camper. Okay?
Maxon.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a camper now.
Yeah. One man on a quick look could have been mistaken for a woman. Okay.
So dude looks like a lady.
These are 2 guys.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, these are 2 guys.
Oh, see that? He got that.
You did get that one. So these are 2 guys.
Who's
and
the singer?
by look, oh my God.
Swear to God.
You don't know it, do you?
He's got the big mouth. What the
Knew
hell?
it. I knew
Steven
it.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew it.
So what they're saying here is that upon first look, if you're that guy, the monster here, and you happen to look over, it could look like a man and a woman.
And there's pictures and stuff too that we're going to post up. But they're blonde hair,
long hair.
longer blonde hair, a little bit more of a slimmer build.
Which was also rare for the 80s, too.
What? No.
They're German.
Long hair?
Long hair was huge in the 80s. You got to remember, that's when...
For dudes?
they're driving
no,
in a
they all had
VW
mullets
camper.
and like spiky hair with the long hair in the back.
That is
dude.
when freaking like what do you call it? Cock rock was out. That was huge. That's everywhere. You're talking
Big-
Aerosmith,
big
Bon
hair.
Jovi, big hair. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay, maybe you're right with that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about big hair.
Oh yeah, it was.
I
Everywhere.
wasn't into big hair.
Oh yeah, I didn't have hair. So shots were fired from outside the van through the window and had shattered the glass, but none of it fell on the ground. Okay, the killer had to reposition due to the lack of visibility in the van.
So basically, when the shot hit the window of the big VW van, it just splintered. So you couldn't see through.
Aha, he
Okay.
couldn't see where he was shooting.
Correct.
So he had to fix how he was doing this. He continued firing, but on the other side of the window. Okay, since first the window was shattered here. Okay, the killer then entered the vehicle to finish the job. Remember, this is like a camper van, but found that he had killed the 2 men, and therefore could not do the ritualistic disfigurement they had previously done on other women. So he thought he was killing a man and a woman. Thought he was going to go in there and do his crazy shit. And guess what? It's 2 dudes.
Yep.
You know. One piece of evidence officials gained from this incident was the rough guesstimate of the killer's height.
So the first shot, he killed them both with one shot.
No.
I mean, that's what it's
No,
saying.
it says shots
Yeah,
fired
he
from
shot
outside.
multiple times.
Multiple times.
Okay.
But he
And
only
it's-
shot through that
It's
one
like,
pane
what the
of
fuck
glass.
kind of Magic 22 has this guy got?
He's just really good. It's the same
He's
one
got the
they
one that
used for
JFK. Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, that wasn't a 22. Yeah.
no.
that was a military issued government rifle.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it was. It was for sure. We all know how that, whatever. By the way, another one I can't wait to talk about for icons and outlaws is we have to kind of get into it. Is going to be like Marilyn Monroe. Either that or it'll be an episode for us.
Okay.
For here on the train. I guess, yeah, she wouldn't really fit in
You
that.
want to cover Happy Birthday, Mr. President? Do it. I mean, we can.
Happy birthday to you.
God, don't look at me when you do that.
Happy birthday.
This is how you were made.
To you.
He's like, oh,
I don't really want to think my mom was listening to that.
All right, so they thought they had an idea on how tall this guy was now.
Okay, wait. So he walks in and he knows there's 2 guys.
Right.
But that's where it ends.
Mhm.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
For that part.
As far as they know.
Okay,
This is
okay.
what they're kind of piecing together.
Okay.
So the van was taller than a car, right? The bullet entry point gave clear idea on the height of the killer at least 80 centimeters or 5 foot 10 inches tall. Oh my God, is this me? Like, oh my God, where was I in 1981?
Well, no. How did they figure that though? And what if he's on a hill or in a tree or laying down?
That's where I was trying to look into as well, is like where could they have positioned the person who was shooting into it?
Yeah.
But then there's speculation that it was either a 22 long rifle or it was a 22 caliber pistol, and he ran up on the window and shot through. Like there was a lot of speculation on what they used.
But we already know it's a long rifle because of the casings.
Correct. But now they're for certain it was a long rifle that shot through at least the last 2 or 3 cases in here. So that's where I was thinking too, and I tried looking for all that. All they showed were just pictures of the aftermath of the vehicle.
I guess we're just going to have to go to Italy. So Patreon.
Yeah. Fork it up. PayPal.com. That's
we got to know what happened.
Yeah,
so.
the Midnight Train Podcast at gmail.com. If you would like to send us money to go to Italy, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So remember Francesco, one of the Vinci brothers, well, he gets released.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, because if he's in jail for the killings and there's a killing, he couldn't have done it from jail. Right.
Do they get paid back for that? I know they do nowadays, but don't they get like a reprimation?
Well, every
being
country has different laws.
Yeah, everything's different. I don't know.
Italy, probably not. They're like, here's the pasta. I'll go on about your way.
Well, they were probably in a nice cell.
You're like a me, boss? Huh? We're sorry.
Hold on, don't forget your marinara.
You got to make your own sauce. Go cross flatty.
Yeah.
So, however, his brother Salvatore was brought in now. Well, because if one of them's out or one of them's in, there could be potential that his brother, who's also a kind of a turd, may have done this, right? So Mele's brother Giovanni and his brother-in-law Piero Mucciarini were also brought in for questioning due to the inconsistent ramblings of Mele during his confession, and their names were mentioned. So remember, Mele is he's a little slow.
Correct.
And so he confessed, didn't confess, confessed, redacted.
Dropped a bunch of different names.
Like he's whatever. So it was believed that due to Mele's wife's promiscuous nature and also changing lovers on a weekly basis, that officials thought that Mele and Mucciarini, and the Mucciarini family, were embarrassed by this and thought that she would tarnish their family's name, so they wanted her out of the picture. Okay, so now they're suspects.
Could be.
Because remember, so what's happening right now is you've got all these murders of these couples, whether they were, dudes that were accidentally thought to be whatever. And the cops right now have no fucking clue.
Yeah, literally nothing. To this day, they still have literally nothing.
And that's the thing about, remember, we do unsolved stuff here, folks. So if you guys are wondering, I wonder who did it. We don't know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, we know.
Oh,
we know.
I'll get to it at the end.
Okay.
Ghost Dad.
So Sunday, July 29th, 1984 now, Pia Rontini and Claudio Stefanachi, parked in a usual spot in a wooded area near Florence.
Oh,
like
boy.
everybody seems to do. Both were shot and stabbed to death. Pia's body was dragged this time to a nearby area, and the killer performed the disgusting ritualistic disfigurement on Pia. Ugh, that's the part that gets me. Like the rest of it sucks, and that's horrible.
Yeah.
But going that extra
mile, like you're trying to not only you're stating something by killing a couple or anybody for that matter, but to go the extra step to pull them out of the car or pick them up and carry them or whatever have you, and then carve out their insides, and not just your insides, but the love making insides,
right? And then I almost feel like there's a hatred for sex going on here,
keeping
or for women in general. Or something.
They said he was impotent and had to use the olive frame. So maybe it's a guy that just kept getting laughed at and had bad experiences, and he snapped.
It's a little dude with a little dick,
right?
Oh, it is me. I'm just kidding.
Wow!
I'm kidding. Wow! That's good. So, unfortunately, though, this time the asshole actually cut Pia's left breast off. Yeah.
Went an extra step.
Yeah.
Maybe he's building a
person?
Yeah.
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
A big vagina freaking Frankenstein.
Where was Mary Shelley? Oh, she was long dead.
Yeah, she's long dead. So the killer left behind some clues this time. A handprint on top of the car.
Uh-oh.
Which is pretty awesome. Investigators believe the killer was right-handed and steadied himself atop the car with his left hand. Knee marks were found on the side of the car, confirming the height of the killer to be around 185 meters tall, or 5'9" to 6'1". So probably around 5'10", roughly.
All right, I'm 6 foot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because this all happened while the Sardinian brothers, again, the Vinci brothers, I love how I keep saying Sardinian. Like, it's confusing me. It's the Vinci brothers. They're from Sardinia. They were still in custody, so they released them.
Right.
Okay, so another one. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Do you imagine they're just sitting in those cells forever, and the guy comes up, he's like, "Hey," or no, wait, "Hey, Hey, it's your lucky day. You get to go free. No.
I don't think Mario was the.
No, it was more like
You know what? Let me redo that.
More like
Let me
Waluigi.
redo that. Let me do
You
that.
take it back?
Yeah, ready.
Hold on. Okay.
Hey, it's your lucky day. You get to leave. Turns out you're innocent.
Sounds boring.
Well, that's what Haunted House wants, right?
Oh yeah. Fuck you. Anyway, so the next one here, Sunday, September 8th, 1985. In a town right outside of Florence, Nadine Moriat and Jean-Michel Grevich. Oh, damn, I was doing so good. Krevechvili? Krevechvili. Oh, my God.
Just make up a name for it.
Hold on. It's Kravecvili. Krevechvili.
No, it's crotch belly.
And it's not crotch belly. No. Krevechvili. Okay, I got it. So it's Jean-Michel Krevechvili. They took privacy a step forward here. All right. They actually pitched, they set up a tent near their car just off the main road in a clearing behind the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So not sure what the thought behind that was.
In the pines.
Well,
in the pines.
People getting shot in cars. So, why don't we just pitch a tent next to the car? They're not going to see us.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is a legit
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
theory.
So this couple was actually French, and of course, apparently the last few couples were foreign because the
German brothers,
the German brothers,
friends,
or friends, yeah. So most likely, Florence residents didn't want to venture into isolated areas any longer. Foreign tourists, remember, that's where they get most of their money there, wanted to do so even though the city posted signs everywhere to not be alone in isolated areas.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Don't go here, kill us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this time, can you imagine being a tourist at the time when, like, there's a fucking serial killer on the loose?
Kind of makes you want to go to that area, though.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So Jean...
Would you go?
Oh, hell yeah.
Would you?
Really?
No.
By myself. I wouldn't have someone else with me.
Would you take a gun with you?
Oh, duh.
Okay.
A gun,
I just want
couple
to make sure.
knives, bulletproof vest. Fuck yeah. Gotta go
How
out
about
there.
some night vision goggles?
No, see, my candles, I wouldn't be able to put those on the plane.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the gun you can?
Plastic 3D printing.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're in Italy. You can find some.
So Jean here was a young and strong man who was a trained sprinter. The killer opened up the tent, and this sounds like a fucking bad 80s horror movie. Opened up the tent, and Jean was able to break free and run away with only being shot in the arm. So now we've got somebody who may potentially be able to give us some, insight on who this was. Jean ran the wrong way, and instead of going to the street for help, he ran deeper into the woods. This is
son
a
of a
fucking
bitch.
80s slasher movie. The killer caught up with Jean and finished him off, then went back to the tent to finish his ritualistic disfigurement on Nadine. Jesus!
Ain't that some shit, dude?
Motherfucker.
Like your whole entire life, and then you get away in that moment with just an arm shot.
And you trip and fall and break your leg.
Yeah, and you find out you went the wrong way. Like, isn't that like just the irony of life? Like, you went the wrong way, you're dead.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So the next day, Silvia Della Monica, that beautiful name that we love, well, she received another envelope. It looked like a ransom letter with the letters all different shapes and sizes. You know how they do that where they cut out fucking letters so you can't trace it
from the
back.
newspaper and magazines. Yeah.
The spelling area with Republica spelled with one B. Perhaps uneducated. The killer may be uneducated and didn't know a common Italian spelling. Possible.
Right.
Or maybe he was just in a hurry. He's still got his point across, whatever.
Or maybe he was trying to make a point.
Yeah. And the contents had no letter, but a sliver of Nadine's breast was found inside the fucking envelope.
Oh, boy.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, guess what? Here is this.
That is fucking horrible. So officials thought that this was a warning of more and worse crimes to come. Okay. And plus, I mean, you've got a guy who's literally getting away with some of the most dastardly shit.
Right.
The French couple were the last victims of the .22 caliber killer, though. Okay. So perhaps this was just a sign off from the killer. Maybe the killer was like, all right, listen, I'm done now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe he's like, whatever. Or maybe he moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe they
yeah.
caught him for something else.
And we'll talk about that kind of stuff. So let's talk about the lead suspect here. In 1985, right after the incident with the French tourists, police received an anonymous letter telling them to look into a man named Pietro Pacciani. Okay? Pietro was known for being abusive and violent. Fun. Investigators decided to use a new tool at the time of the letter, the personal computer.
get out of here.
It was probably like bigger than this fucking table at the time.
Dude.
But yeah. And they made a list of all people who had been convicted of a sexual crime and was released from prison during the years of the murders. Pietro was one of few names on a very short list.
Isn't that the name of Wanda's brother?
Yeah, Pietro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, that's his first name though.
Maximoff. It's Quicksilver though, right?
That's this guy's first name.
I know.
But he's Quicksilver, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
So looking into Pietro's past, they found that he had stabbed a man to death in 1951. He also saw his girlfriend at the time going off with another man. Followed them and right when they were going to get intimate, as in, rub those fuzzies, he jumped out and killed the man. He also forced his girlfriend to have sex with him next to the dead man's body.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He then stole the man's wallet and he was convicted for 13 years.
Was it a chain wallet?
I don't know. Pietro was a farm worker his entire life and was uneducated. He was known to have a short fuse, obviously. Pietro's daughters testified against him in court and said that not only did he rape and abuse them and their mother, but were also fed dog food to save money.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Real turd.
Ugh. And he was known to be a peeping Tom.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a self-taught artist and poet. I'm sure he was.
Self-taught artist and poet. Nice.
And basically his rage and artistic ability gave investigators a reason to believe he could be the Monster of Florence. Okay. Seems a little thin to me, but
very thin.
it's possible.
Well, that's the only wackadoodle they got right now at this point.
Right.
Spurs.
And he was actually convicted of convicted with the few circumstantial pieces of evidence in 1994. Went to appeals court and it was overturned and was freed in 1996.
Oh.
So that's the problem when you go with just circumstantial evidence. If you don't have any concrete, definitive evidence, we talk about this all the time. Yeah, all it takes is one person on the jury to be like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
What if you kill your wife and her boyfriend and stab them with an isotoner glove? Can you get away with that?
I can't say or not say.
What if you had Johnny Cochran as your lawyer? Could you get away with murder?
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Kardashians' dad.
Yeah.
If you had him in your court, do you think you could get away with murder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So you could literally stab your wife.
Hold on.
And her secret lover.
Real quick, I just want to ask real fast. Do you think OJ did it?
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
Do you know enough about it? You don't think he did?
I know enough, but no, I don't think he did.
I'm going to take that back. I have a theory. Well, it's a theory that's gone
sounds like another bonus.
Okay, but I think
save it.
I think he's covering for someone in his family.
I don't know.
I'm intrigued.
I think Seth MacFarlane kind of got it right on the head. It was Peter Griffin who went in there and was like, "Oh shit."
He was like, "And Lois, I'm sorry." All right. So a second trial was held based on the testimony of witnesses that the prosecution brought up in court just before Pietro's initial conviction were to be overturned.
Witnesses from where? The Peeping Toms?
Yes.
Okay.
So witnesses were at multiple crimes. The witnesses included a prostitute, Gabriella Girbelli. I guess that's her name, right? Her keeper, Norberto. Keeper. Oh, my God.
Her keeper.
You mean her pimp?
They didn't say pimp. They said keeper.
That's Italian.
That's a pimp. That's a pimp.
Yeah.
His name is Norberto Galli and a friend of Pietro's, Giancarlo Lotti. Okay. According to Gabriele and Norberto, the car of Lotti was found parked near the scene of the attack in 1985. Lotti was investigated further. They tapped his phone and he confessed to being present at some of the crimes. Lotti said it was Pietro that shot the victims and a friend of Pietro that used the knife. So now we're saying there's two guys doing this.
Okay.
Right? Right. And the friend was Mario Vanni. Lotti's role was as a lookout. So technically there's three then, right? So there's Vanni, Lotti, and Pietro.
Right.
Pietro shot them. The friend, Mario Vanni, stabbed them, and Lotti was the lookout.
How do you end up being a lookout, by the way?
You're tall?
Because you're
like, if we're sitting here, the three of us, and I'm like, okay, we're going to kill somebody tonight. John, you're going to help me. And Logan, you're going to be the lookout. Would you be like, I want to be the killer. I don't want to be the lookout.
I'll be able to look out. I got a deep bellowing voice. You know? No? That's not how that works.
I'm curious what goes through these people's heads.
So
like, you know what I mean?
Immediately, the second I hear, okay, so we're going to kill someone. Out! I'm out!
I mean, let's go beyond that, though. Let's just say you're these guys, right?
Okay.
And obviously they got something to prove. They got aggression to get out, and they're wanting the.
Or maybe they just don't like the guy, you know?
There is nothing about that makes any sense whatsoever.
But I'm just saying,
Three people are not going to go on some weird ass spree killing doing something like this. There's no fucking way, because you've got three loose ends.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. These are crimes that, especially the whole tearing out the vagina and stuff like that, those are above and beyond. You're trying to tell me that three people can get together and go, yeah, that's cool, dude. Go ahead. Yeah, cut her crotch out. You know what I mean?
What if it was like a cult thing?
So once pressured by the police, Lottie confessed to shooting the van with the German men inside. You know, the ones where they thought it was a woman. Mm-hmm. This led to Lottie and Mario's conviction and were sent to jail. Because of these two, there was to be another trial for Pietro. Well, unfortunately, Pietro died of a heart attack in 1998.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. Lottie was not deemed a valuable enough witness to be by many because he was an alcoholic living in a halfway house at the time. It was believed that he only confessed to receive recognition to improve his living conditions, which there's a lot of people that do that.
Oh, yeah.
They confess because they're living on the fucking streets, and, you know, you get 3 hots and a cop by going to jail, you know?
Yeah, now you get Wi-Fi and Netflix.
Well, not back then, you didn't.
I mean, you don't get Netflix.
Yeah, I don't even think, was the internet around?
They give them something, though, don't they?
I think it just came out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're allowed to watch TV in prison, aren't they?
Depends.
Yeah. Well, it depends on your
class.
Yeah, your level.
Yeah.
By going to prison, he would get, again, those 3 meals a day and a warm roof over his head. So even though Lottie and Mario were convicted, they weren't convicted on the whole case as a whole.
Just the last murder.
They were just convicted on that last case. So technically, the Monster of Florence is still at large.
And now, boys and girls, it's your favorite part of the show, the movie review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
Ta-da!
First of all, I just want to say good job, dude. That was good.
I wish
Yeah,
it
dude,
was
great
very
job.
good. I could have added more. I literally spent like probably 20 hours on doing this research.
Great job.
And there's so much speculation that I didn't want to put a whole bunch of circumstantial evidence.
No, I love it. I love it. And we're going to talk, in the bonus, we're going to talk about the possible connection with the Zodiac Killer. Or if there is or not one. Anyway, What do we got today for the movies, Jeffrey?
So these are the most popular feature films tagged with the keyword sexual murder.
Oh my God, I feel dirty already.
I know, right? I don't even want this on my phone right now.
We're on a list.
Yeah, right.
All right, so what do we got here?
Okay, so IMDb, our favorite place.
All right.
Number 10 is The Killing of America, 1981.
Is that like a Rage Against the Machine song?
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like.
7.6 on the Richter scale. A documentary of the decline of America. It features footage most exclusive to this film, from race riots to serial killers and much, much more.
It sounds familiar from 81, though. No, I've never seen it.
So it's a documentary. There's there's no actors in it.
I was like 5. I don't think I'm watching that at 5 years old.
7.6 is pretty high. For
that's pretty good.
Especially for number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 9. 1999's Forbidden Sins.
Ooh.
Shannon Tweed stars as the divorced defense attorney.
Okay.
Who is Shannon Tweed?
Shannon Tweed was like an 80s, like kind of like a subpar B chick, but she always showed her boobs and everything.
Yeah.
I said boobs. Sorry. But she did. Yeah.
So she's a divorced defense attorney who gets caught in a passionate love affair with an accused murderer.
Oh.
That is a 4.2.
Why'd you laugh?
Because this is funny. It's 4.2.
I'm trying to see who else is in this here. Directed by Robert Angelo. No, nobody else.
Kristen Pierce.
Yeah, no, I have no
Corbin Timbrook. Miles O'Brien.
Oh,
you know him.
That's old man O'Brien's boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Born for Hell.
Ooh.
1976 drama thriller.
That's the year I was born. Don't think I saw that either.
Oh my God. 5.2 on the Richter scale.
Okay.
A disturbed American war veteran arrives in Belfast during the Northern Ireland conflicts and proceeds to terrorize a household of female nursing students.
Oh, you mean, wait a minute. That's kind of like Bundy. Bundy did that whole thing. Well, he went to a dorm, ended up killing a bunch of people and shit.
Huh.
Yikes.
A lot of names I can't pronounce.
Matthew, Carell, Deborah Berg. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Number 7.
Okay.
Cairo Station.
Okay.
It's a 1958 film.
What, he's just getting older?
I guess.
All right.
7.6 stars.
Got a lot of votes on it, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
A newspaper salesman at the train station in Cairo develops an unhealthy obsession with a woman who sells refreshments.
I really like your pop. Sorry.
Do you have any of those little bottles of shampoo? It's got Farid Shawaki.
Yeah, you're not. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Number 6, The Witch Who Came from the Sea. I think I've heard of this.
The Witch Who Came from the Sea.
1976.
There was a witch who came from the sea.
Yeah. I've heard the pineapple under the sea.
Yeah.
5.7 stars. A disturbed woman is haunted by memories of a childhood abuse, which culminates in a murder spree.
Ooh, anyone good in that?
Millie Perkins.
Lonnie Chapman?
Vanessa Brown.
Nope, don't know any of those.
Yeah, these are some odd ones here.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Okay.
A Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward.
Mrs. Ward.
Ward.
Yeah.
The H is silent.
Yeah.
It's a 7.0. It's a 1971.
Uh-huh.
An ambassador's wife discovers that one of the men in her life, either her husband, an ex-lover, or her current lover, may be a vicious serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a lot like this story.
Oh, dude, it's directed by Sergio Martino.
And that is...
I don't know.
Okay. I was like...
Just making an observation. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Moody's probably like, dude, I know him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Number 10 is 10 to
You mean
Midnight.
number 4?
Number 4.
Yeah, there you
that's a little, yeah. Number 4 is 10 to Midnight, 1983.
Charles Bronson, baby.
Oh, God. Remember him?
Oh, yeah. What?
An LAPD detective and his rookie partner are on the trail of a psychopathic young man who is murdering young women.
Ooh, 10
And that was
to midnight.
1983. Yeah, he was like the hero of the 80s. Early 80s.
He did, what were the fucking movies he did?
What was that show? He was on a show too, wasn't he?
No. Charles Bronson was a movie star. And he did, they just remade it with Bruce Willis.
Did they really?
Yeah, where it's like all just revenge killings. And I can't remember. It's a newer movie that he just did recently. I can't think of it. I'll think of it. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, number 3. Femme Fatale.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I have seen
Have
this
you seen
one.
this?
Oh, yeah.
It's 2002. 6.2 stars.
Yeah.
A woman tries to straighten out her life. Even as her past, a con woman comes back to haunt her.
Yeah, buddy.
Brian De Palma is the director.
Yeah, it's got Antonio Banderas.
Oh, it does. Puss in Boots.
What's in the guitar case?
My guitar.
A guitar.
I'm looking for a man named Bucho.
It's great. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good movie. Femme Fatale's pretty good.
Number 2, The Last House on the Left. I've heard of this.
This is the original. They actually remade this recently, and this movie was This is Wes Craven's first movie.
It wasn't the remake with
1972.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I don't think so.
Was it her?
I don't think so.
It wasn't the
It
original.
may have been.
Or the new one.
But this is one of those movies that like fucking fucked people up when they first saw it.
2 teenage girls heading to a rock concert for one's birthday tried to score marijuana in the city, where they are kidnapped and brutalized by a gang of psychopathic convicts.
Yeah.
What was the new one?
The new one.
Who's in it?
I
think I've seen
Tony
it.
Goldwyn, Monica Potter, Garrett Dillahunt. Monica Potter is the person I was thinking of. I don't know why I said Jennifer Lawrence. And then Spencer Treat Clark, Martha Matt. I don't even know.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. It's The Last House on the Left. If you guys have seen the new one, they go out and then the girl gets like, her one friend gets like brutally murdered and then she kind of like does a revenge thing on him or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. The main guy in that is fucking...
Tim, Tom, Steve, Lou. Wait, where?
See the video?
I'm looking at the video. Oh, yeah. What the hell's his
Let
name?
me see.
It's is that Tony Goldwyn?
No, is it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
No, it's not him.
Number 1.
Number one.
One.
Garrett Dillahunt.
Garrett Dillahunt. Yeah.
In the Realm of the Senses.
Never heard of this one either.
1976.
This looks like it is
It's
either.
NC-17.
Oh.
That means there's bump and grind, bump in fronts.
Or really nasty murders and shit.
6.6 stars. A passionate telling of the story of Sada Abi. maybe?
Okay.
A woman whose affair with her master led to an obsessive and ultimately destructive sexual relationship.
So the opposite of 50 Shades of Grey.
Right, but an NC-17 version.
Yeah. Okay. So that was
So those are your movies about sex.
sexual murder.
Sexual murder.
For this week.
Sexual murder.
Sexual chocolate. I believe the children are our future.
Good job, Logan.
See them well and
Thanks.
let them lead. Yeah, you definitely get an applause, dude.
I think you found your niche.
Logan is going to be taking the lead on research for the show.
It's just only going to go downhill from here.
I think you did a great job, dude. Seriously. High fives.
Yes.
Up here. There you go.
Agreed.
For real. Great job. I loved it. I think it's crazy that this is still technically an open case.
Yeah.
That we may never know. But it's weird how it stopped and how it was sent over with the piece of the woman's breast inside the thing. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, it's not uncommon for people to move and do some dastardly shit elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, we'll be discussing.
We're looking at you, Wisconsin.
Yeah. So listen, make sure to stop over to our
It's like,
official,
wait, what? I live in Wisconsin.
stop over to our official website, themidnighttrainpodcast.com. At our website, you can buy some super sweet merchandise where you can find all kinds of cool stuff. Like, there's t-shirts over there with some raccoons on them that are holding some switchblades. There's the Don't Be a DeSalvo shirt, which is probably my favorite over there. Phone cases, hats, and so much more. Like, I'm rocking my hat right now, and I love this damn thing.
Rocking a shirt right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Are you? Oh, too, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. I got the underwear on. I'm not going to show you, but
Are you sure?
yeah.
So listen, we need you guys to help us out. Go and support our sponsors. Let them know that you listen to the show and that you're actually. I do see a lot of people who are getting the Dr. Squatch stuff.
I'm going to post it, by the way, but I just got a whole new helping of it.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I just got a whole stack, dude.
I just went like roulette style because there's all the different kinds. They're 3-packs.
Have you tried using it yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Which one?
So
the goat's milk?
Pine.
Oh, the pine. Oh, yeah, the pine tar.
Dude, it's like, oh my God. When I'm in the shower, like using it, I'm like, I feel like I'm camping.
Yeah,
Like, this is awesome.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about Dr. Squatch Soap. All right. So it's obviously they're changing the way that men approach hygiene by providing all natural, high quality, healthy products like bar soaps, hair care, colognes, beard oils, and more that make you feel like a man and smell like a champion. But it's not just for women. I mean, or not for women, not just for men. For women, like, listen, you want your man to smell good. This is the way to do it because, dude, my skin just smells. I work in a nasty, dirty, greasy kitchen. And I still smell good afterwards.
My wife loves it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And you know what? It's funny. I haven't bought body wash since before because I got the first pack for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't have a loofah anymore. I don't have body wash.
You shouldn't have a loofah anyway. That thing holds so much bacteria.
What are you talking about? You keep it clean. You don't throw it on the floor and pee on it. You okay?
Oh, you don't? Oh, I was doing it all wrong.
Right?
So all their soaps are made right here in the United States, and they're made with, just the all natural, finest ingredients you can. And it's not cheaply made, harmfully mass produced. I mean, they're great big blocks of soap, and they're just perfect.
And I promise you, just try it.
Yeah.
Just try it. Even if you're like a non-believer or whatever, I'm telling you, you will love it. And
absolutely.
Your partner will love it.
Yeah, and do us a favor and go to the midnighttrainpodcast.com/sponsors. You can get 20% off your first subscription and let them know that, that's how they know that you guys are listening to us and we're getting in there. You'll see the code in there. Just click on it. It's DSC Squatch 20. And listen, it is amazing soap. Also, there's BarkBox you can check out while you're over there. Get your dogs something cool. You can get 1 free month. Sign up through us. It shows them, these sponsors, that, you guys actually listen. And we have a new one coming, and I'm not supposed to mention it yet, but let's just say it's going to be really cool. And I actually own it already.
Miller?
No, I wish. God, I wish. Way to break my heart, Logan. Yeah. I wish to God freaking Miller would step up. Anyway, no, it's going to be really cool. And so just be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a really good one. And it's going to hook you guys up too. Then listen, if you like what you've heard from us, and hopefully you did, today's show, obviously a little bit darker, but we try to keep things light so it's not too crazy. Consider being a producer of the show by heading over to the midnighttrainpodcast.com, clicking on the Patreon button, or go to patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. For as little as $5 a month, you can get all kinds of cool stuff. The bonuses are the most important things. So just get on over there and help us out and help yourself out.
You can't even buy a value meal for $5 anymore.
Yeah, it's only $5. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
And when I say only, I understand that's a lot of money. Yeah, seriously, it is. I mean, $5, I get it totally. But you're also doing something. You're helping us to achieve things and go further with what we're doing. Because right now, and just, I don't know, not breaking news or whatever, you guys know we're doing the Icons and Outlaws. That podcast is going to be dropping soon. We're just trying to make it perfect before we actually do it. There's a lot going into it. But we've also decided, and if you've made it this far, we've decided that we're going to actually start our own kind of network. And it's going to be called Accidental Dads. because, well,
Here we are.
kind of who we are. So Accidental Dads Network, and it'll kind of be the umbrella for everything we're doing from here on out. We're doing like YouTube videos that Jeff's already on top of. Logan's going to be on top of the Discord and like playing video games, which you said this weekend.
What day are we on?
We're on Sunday right now.
Yeah, so this weekend coming up,
The weekend
Oh,
coming
what are you
up.
guys playing?
Elden Ring. Oh.
Dude, I've been playing Lost Ark.
Yeah, I literally just started playing it this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So good.
I don't like MMOs, to be honest, and I was like hesitant, and I heard it was free, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll try it.
Davey the Vato talked me into it.
Oh, dang.
And it's good.
All right, nerds. Anyway, moving on. But seriously, be on the lookout for Accidental Dads. It's going to be popping out there soon. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff there. We're going to be writing our own covers of all the things that we decide to, the topics and the bands and musicians we discuss on Icons and Outlaws. It's going to be great. If you like what we do here, just imagine us talking, which we kind of do anyway. Imagine us talking about less deathy, less murdery.
Yeah, I mean, like if you like music and you like music trivia and like you're just interested in music as a whole, you're going to love this podcast.
Yeah, and I promise you that even if you're not into that genre or style of music, you're going to like it. I promise you. And if not, then blame Logan. Anyway, we can't thank you enough for all the love and support we've received. You passengers do keep this train moving. Thank you so much for all the support. A very special thank you to our fearless executive producer and Patreon poopers, which, by the way, we got to discuss the name because now that we're switching it up, we want to see if the poopers want to remain poopers or what do we, you know what I mean? We got to give them a good, strong like bull name.
I think they should be the Maestros.
The Maestros?
Icons and Outlaws.
What I was thinking is
Musical pooper?
I think they should either be icons or outlaws.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. You get to pick who you are.
Ooh.
Or maybe we call the men outlaws and the women icons. Because women, let's be honest, you are the icons. Right? I wasn't being funny. Anyway, to our amazing poopers, Margaret Dempsey, Kelly Ryan, Corey Krakowski, Nathan Diekman, Hank Sanchez, Stacy Laconin, Nicholas Cooper, Caitlin McKinney, Trent Scott, Spencer Dunlap, Jacob Cook, Maggie Brothers, Albert Lopez, Miles Campbell, Brian Gunsman, Margaret Atkins, Colleen Cox, Pumpkin Escobar, Mac Doherty, Turner Cox, so many Cox in the poopers, which I'm just going to pause real fast. So Colleen... and Colleen, hi, Colleen. She's actually been talking to me a lot about the whole Brian Laundrie case.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and she's the one that actually told me about the autopsy report.
Dude, have her call in.
Yeah,
on the show.
We should maybe have her
when we
talk
do the
about
episode.
But initially, she posted on one of our bonuses and all it said was done. And I thought she left us. I thought we pissed her off or something.
Like, enough is enough.
And I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Is everything cool? Is everything all right? And she's like, yeah, just I had to fucking fix some shit. And next thing you know, she's like fixing it or whatever. So anyway, I just thought it was funny that I was like freaking out that we lost one of our poopers because it breaks my heart because we love you guys so much. Anyway, also to Sydney Sayer, Gina Madison, Janet Sherrill, Laura Randall, Chad Flint, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Rob Webb from the Fun Box podcast. Make sure you're checking out the Fun Box. Christina Skelton and Jessica Bartolome from the Sisters Skelton podcast. And those smug fucks over there, right? Make sure you're checking those ladies out. They're absolutely amazing. Maria Gibbs, Chainsaw.
What the fuck?
To Jigsaw, Rick Resler, Courtney Batchelor, Katie Brabenick, and of course, our boy Bill Birch. Listen.
Oh, beer. Hey, beer.
Oh, it's Bill.
It's beer.
That's his name in my phone. It's Beew. Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
What does Bill do for a living?
Bill actually, he's got a good job. Good job. Yeah.
Like what is
he's
he
got
do?
a good job that's affiliated with like school systems, so he's off all the fucking time. It drives me nuts. It does.
Is it like construction or something?
No. He works for a company that does like the food service company for schools and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So like JVS is one of his accounts and stuff like that. I'm giving all of his information out right now.
Right.
It fucking matters. But anyway, it's funny because like it'll be a snow day, and of course I'm at work, and he just comes in like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" I'm like, "Fuck you, man."
So he can hook us up with some food.
I mean, maybe the Mexican
Fiestadas?
pizzas. Yes.
Oh, beer. I need a fish.
Beer. Hook it up, beer. So listen, spread the word for us. Please let people know that you love the show, or even if you kind of like it, or even if you just tolerate us because Logan is a handsome young man. Whatever it is, just spread the word. And if you want your name to be mentioned on the show and for us to be forever grateful, please become a Patreon producer, become a pooper, or whatever the hell we're going to call you guys. We might just call you I don't know.
Jim, Bill, Tom.
Steve.
Can we call them the Bills?
The Bills. The Bills. Listen, stay safe out there. And Logan, listen, you did such a great job.
Thanks.
Go ahead and kill the show for us.
Oh, big moment.
Thought I already killed the show.
Close us out.
Choo-choo, motherfucker!
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.